This is the main road leading to the main terminal of Israel's biggest airport, Ben Gurion Airport. But today, the protesters who have been coming out for weeks now have decided to bring their day of disruption here. Their goal is to essentially try and almost shut down the airport, not only to disrupt the passengers, to make them aware of why they're protesting, but also because today is the day that U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is supposed to be landing here to meet with officials. But also, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is scheduled to take off from here after meeting with Austin to fly for an official trip to Italy. And so the protesters here are essentially trying to prevent that from happening. Benjamin Netanyahu may instead be arriving to the airport by helicopter. These protesters, though, amongst them, we've talked to former military pilots, former fighter jet pilots, who say that they feel as though they would no longer fight for a country if they don't believe it is any longer a democracy. Now, the traffic is still moving, albeit slowly. We've also spoken to some passengers who've had to get out of their cars to take their suitcases by hand and walk all the way up to the terminal in order to make their flights. But some of them, they are receptive to the demonstrators here, saying they understand what they're fighting for, that they supported, of course, all of this related to the judicial reforms that the Netanyahu government is trying to undertake. They essentially want to make it possible for the Israeli parliament, the Knesset, to overturn Supreme Court decisions with a simple majority. But these protesters say that they will continue coming out to the streets. They will continue these days of disruption until they stop these reforms from going through. Becky?